everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Y'all, it's been an awesome and amazing week. I have a lot of things to share with you, so we are going to dive right in. For those of you that have no idea who I am, my name is Lindsay Walker. I'm a publicist. I work with beauty, entertainment, and lifestyle brands to help them get into the media. So my clients have been featured in everywhere from the New York Times, Essence, Black Enterprise. The list just goes on and on. And so if you have a product and or service that you are looking to launch, that you're looking to get more visibility for, I am your girl. Okay. And so I wanted to talk to you guys really quickly. Because one of my clients just asked me a really good question. We're in the middle of her launch inside of the accelerator. She's going through the modules. She's already got her press list together. We are like getting ready to rock and roll with this. And she already has, I think, about 7 press confirmations. So there are already 7 outlets that want to feature her inside of, their publications. And she's only been in the program for like 2 to 3 weeks, you guys. But she asked me like, okay, well, when I launch, there's this product that's similar to mine. Like it's very similar. And so she's like, well, what if people compare me to them, right? Or what do I do if people think that I'm trying to be like them? And here's my response to that, okay? And she and I already walked through it, but I wanted to answer this question because I know that a lot of you guys are probably thinking the same thing, okay? It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter who your competition is. It doesn't matter what product they have that's similar because they don't have the story that you have. They don't have the blueprint that you have. They are not, on the same exact space in the marketplace, right? So for her, she has some really cool, unique selling points. She doesn't live in the US, but her product is US based. And then she has a like social responsibility platform. She's doing proceeds for each sale of her product, right? And so you have to always look at the differences and the unique selling points of your product. I don't care if there's a McDonald's on every corner. I don't care if there's one person that has a cosmetics line that's similar to yours, hey Lauren, then it doesn't matter, right? Because the only thing that you need to focus on is what separates your brand, what separates your business. And there is always something for you to figure out. There's always something that separates you from the pack, right? So maybe for you, you started your business because you had an allergic reaction to something and you were looking for a product that was all natural versus another company having a product or a service that just, they just started just to start it. They started it because they were in corporate America and they wanted to leave their job and they figured it out. The point is there is always, hey, can I say, there is always a unique selling point when it comes to launching. There's always a unique selling point that's different from your competition, that's different from your product. It doesn't matter, what someone has that's like yours. The story, right? The story is what separates you from your competition. They didn't go through what you went through. They didn't, start off how you started off in business. Maybe they started with a 9 to 5. Maybe you're starting just fresh out the gate trying to figure everything out. The bottom line is, you guys, there's always something for you to pick and notice about your brand that makes it different. And as you are preparing to launch, I know it's January. I know a lot of you guys are getting into the point to where you're starting to strategize about, or if you're not, you should be, right? You should be thinking about a strategy. You should be thinking about what's going to help to separate me and how am I going to consistently get press during this COVID season, because fortunately or unfortunately, we will still be going going through this process. And so I want to make sure that those of you that are connected to me, that you know, like, now is the time. And I've been saying this for quite a while. Go back, catch the replay. But now is the time for you to strategize. Now is the time for you to really, really move the needle forward about your business. And a lot of you guys are getting stuck because you're worrying about the competition when, there's nothing for you to really worry about. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. There's nothing for you to worry about as long as you can stick to what separates my product, right? What separates my business model. So I'll give you guys an example so we can walk through this, okay? Number one, there are a million different publicists that you guys can work with, right? Y'all don't have to be tuned in right now. There are a million different publicists that you can work with. But for those that, feel that I'm their person, that I'm going to talk to you about Jesus. That I am going to share my story. I'm going to speak life into you. We're going to focus on your mindset. Even though, you're coming to me for strategy as well, we're going to hit all the things. So we're going to talk about strategy. We're going to talk about like what's really keeping you stuck. We're going to work and make sure that everything is approved by you if you're working with me one-on-one before anything gets sent out. We're going to hold your hand and walk you through the process. I can't speak for any other publicist. I can only speak for what separates me, right? What makes me different starting out as a, 21-year-old way back when, starting my business because I wanted to help brands. I wanted to help them get recognition. I wanted to help them, build their businesses and build their visibility for their products and their services. My first placement was Vibe magazine. After that, I went on to work with alongside projects like Interscope Records and National Geographic and, just all of these awesome projects. And so that is what I can speak to. If you are looking for someone that really you want to have an extension of your brand, if you're looking for someone that's going to help you map out the strategy, because here's the other thing. It's not just about you getting the media placements. It's not. It's not just about you getting the media placements. Public relations is about your legacy. And y'all can go back and watch that video too. Public relations is about your legacy. If you want to just sell your products, public relations is not for you. Right? If you want to just sell your product, public relations is not for you. Right? Because public relations is only going to enhance the awareness for your products and services, but you still need to make sure that you're doing your due diligence and that you have a sales process. Public relations is for you once you have your sales process put together. Now, you may be thinking, well, Lindsay, what if I need to develop a strategy? You do need to develop a strategy for your PR process. And that's why with me, we have different tiers and different ways that we can do that and working together and helping you map out that strategy first. That's why Position to Pivot is a 12-week process. I'm taking you through the journey. I'm guiding you through all the steps that you need before you get to hiring a publicist one-on-one. Because once you go through the accelerator, you'll know the ins and outs. You'll know the expectations. It's done with you. I'm mapping out the strategy for you. We're working together to get this process done with you. Now, you will have to spend 30 minutes a day minimum of your time. So if you don't have 30 minutes a day to dedicate to your business, the accelerator is not for you. And perhaps we need to do, a VIP day or something like that. Bottom line, you guys, the bottom line, getting back to the basics, is that at the end of the day, your competition has no bearing on who you are. Your competition has no bearing on what you're going to do in the marketplace. Your competition has no bearing on how you're supposed to show up. Your competition has no bearing on, whether or not you're going to get in the media. The only thing that's going to stop you is your mindset. The only thing that's going to stop you is, you not feeling like you're ready, or you not feeling like you're good enough, or you not feeling like, well, what if they don't feature? What if you just chose to believe? And someone said this to me the other day, and now I'm saying it to you guys. What if you just chose to believe that once you take that step, everything else is going to fall into place? right? What if you just chose to believe that once you launch, once you put your business out there, once you put your brand out there, once you have your website up, once you work with me, once you figure out the strategy, once you have all of your things into place, what if you just chose to believe that everything would work out? And shout out to Letitia Styles for reminding me of that, right? But that is the bottom line, you guys. Don't worry about your competition when it comes to getting publicity. There are 1,000,001 outlets. There are 1 billion people on earth, and you still have a purpose, right? You still have a purpose. You still have a purpose. There is still room for you in the marketplace. There's still room for you. There's room for you and your competition in the marketplace, right? There's room for you and your competition in the marketplace. And it doesn't matter if they've been featured on Ellen or if they've been featured on Black Enterprise and you're just getting started, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is that you bet on yourself. What matters is that you make the investment. You make the decision. You put in the time. You tell yourself that now is the time for you to do what you need to do. All right? That is what matters. So if you guys have any questions on publicity, sorry, y'all. If you have any questions on publicity or on, how I can help, go ahead and comment down below. Put your questions down below. Also, really quickly, just to let you guys know 2 things. There are still spots open for the pitch print intensive that is happening. It's a 2-day workshop with me, December 17th through the 18th. I'm sending out emails on time slots now, so you guys can just hit the link in my bio and click the button that says grab your seat. Okay. And then also, enrollment is open for Position to Pivot. Okay. And so you can apply for a call with me. All right. Enrollment is open and we do have spots for Position to Pivot Accelerator. Okay. Super, super excited about that. We'll be diving into what everything looks like. The intensive is 2 days of working with me, mapping out your strategy, building out things. So I am excited about that. Okay. So, y'all seem a little shy today, and that's okay. If you decide that you just want to ask me your question, you can always slide in my DM if you're on Instagram, or you can slide on my messenger if you have a question and you're watching me on Facebook, okay? All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I cannot wait to connect with you, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, everybody.